Hey, on the channel from the Masters of the Universe Revelation series, we've got Moss Man. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we continue unboxing Masters of the Universe Revelations figures from Mattel. So far we got Battle Cat done, and we've got Skelegod. Now we're working our way into the main line, and today we're doing Moss Man. But remember, for all your He-Man Masters of the Universe needs and everything else under the sun, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below where you can get these pre-ordered Series 1 and Series 2 right now on Big Bad Toy Store, if you did not know that. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there. We'll do a little comparison of a different Moss Man as well while we're at it. So let's take a peek at the packaging first. Here's old Moss Man. Looking mossy as ever, but not really, because this is the first Moss Man that I remember, at least, coming without the flocked fur, the flocked moss, I guess, in his case. So a little bit different for Moss Man, but it's interesting when the glamour shots that were kind of a little bit blurry, they weren't official glamour shots, came out. This is the figure I was the most excited about in the Revelations line. It just looked almost like Swamp Thing to me, and I'm sure we'll talk about that more once we get him unboxed, but I loved Swamp Thing movies when I was a little kid. But that's kind of what it reminded me of right away. And when I think Moss Man in the He-Man universe, I always think of him flocked. And once again, this is not a flocked figure. We got that Netflix logo right there. We got the Revelations, not Revolutions logo there. You got Masterverse up top. It'd be really interesting where this line exactly goes. Maybe we'll get some answers once the cartoon hits, which is this week, depending when you're watching this video, but it will be debuting this coming weekend on Netflix. So a lot of our questions may be answered, where the series and everything else is going to go. But we have seen Series 2 as it is up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, as I said. On the top, you got that cool blue. You guys know me. I am a sucker for blue packaging. I think blue pops on the shelf. I love the color blue here. It also has those kind of He-Man Easter eggs in there with some of the ruins. It almost looks like ruins is what it looks like. It looks like kind of a stone broken ruins and stuff like that, but very cool. 30 points of articulation. I haven't seen an answer or heard an answer, but why is there a UPC up here? I'm not exactly sure when the UPC is down here with all the warnings and stuff. So I'm not sure what exactly this one's about, but maybe one of these days we'll get that figured out. But big window packaging there, a bigger box, a $20 price point. I did find this at Walmart. They have those big pallet shippers coming out. Very well stocked. I don't think anybody will have trouble getting these. It might just take you a couple of weeks, maybe a month, but they'll be in all your Walmart stores. Then starting in September, you'll be able to get these guys at Target and other stores out there that order them, so be prepared for that. You got Moss Man on the side right there, a little kind of a sleek graphic of his name, I would say. Kind of hidden a little bit, and I think that goes along with Heroic Spy and the old Master of Camouflage. Very cool. There's the side picture. Look at that. Pretty awesome. The artwork's always awesome on these He-Man toys. Going all the way back to the ones from when I was a kid. Maybe you weren't a kid as well. Always loved the artwork. It always played with your imagination and helped you play with your toys. If you were me, that's for sure. I do wish we had a little Star Wars Black Series thing going on where the mural would connect. I think that would be really awesome, but not to be. And then on the back, you got the whole lineup down below. I love that. It's a little checklist. We got a blurb. We got to read that blurb. You guys know me. I love a good blurb. You got more artwork of Moss Man there blending in with the forest. And then what's this say down here? Empowering the next generation through play, which is a tagline we've been seeing on a few Mattel figures as of late, so it seems to be their new tagline. Once believed to be nothing more than a legend, the mythical Preternian plant creature Moss Man is wise beyond his million years. His power of great strength, plant control, and shape-shifting into any form of plant life make him an invaluable ally to He-Man in the fight against Skeletor. As a protector of Castle Grayskull's secrets, Moss Man's sagely advice helps guide his friend He-Man to the right path. So there it is. Let's unbox it. Let's get old Moss Man out of the box. See what all the fuss is about here. Let me cut him open first. A lot of angles to the packaging. Very Ultimate Edition Mattel WWE figure-like. Can I get him out? There it is. Slid through the bottom. See you later. Got a cool kind of cardboard brick wall, brick ruins type background there. That's kind of cool. See you later. Up high. All right, now we get the plastic prison. We got hands. We got a lot going on in here. Let's get it all in the picture. There he is right there. Looking pretty solid. All right, we got plastic. Oh, we got an extra. We got a front plastic. See you later. Get out of here. So we got 2 extra sets of hands, plus the hands that are on him, plus this big, like, I don't know, roots, wood. I mean, just it fits in with Moss Man, I guess. Let's pull him out here. Pop it all out. See you later. Get out of here. All right, so you got tons of hands. We're not going to go into the hands. Not that much different in the hands, actually. You got a wider grip and a little bit closer grip for those two. And then you got more almost akin to a fisted hands that come on him. And that's probably, I don't know, we'll see. I'll play it around with it, some of the glamour shots there. But this is my first time handling a basic. I guess with the Skelegod being deluxe, Battle Cat being a deluxe figure, this is more of the basic line, the $20 price point, the cheaper price point figures. You got that rocker. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, you got the double. Yeah, you do. I got a little plastic wear on the elbows on mine, unfortunately. Playing with that right now. But you got double jointed elbows right there. You got the bicep swivel. You got the removable hands, of course. You got the shoulder. You got the head. A very small head on him. That's one first thing I noticed. You got the waist. You got the upper torso diaphragm there. You got the thigh cut. You got a little legs move side to side, forward, of course. Elbows. Knees are double jointed. And then you got ankles, which I guess he really doesn't have ankles. He's kind of a part tree, it looks like here. He's got Groot-esque feet going on. I don't know. I don't know what to think here. I'm just kind of soaking this one in. It's familiar to the He-Man canon, the He-Man figures over the year, but it just feels updated and different. Like I said, this isn't when I think Moss Man. I don't think this. This guy looks a lot more akin to Swamp Thing. And Swamp Thing, another 80s legendary creature, I guess we would call it. I know him not so much from the comic books, but more of the movie and the animated series. That was my Swamp Thing. But you could easily double this as a Swamp Thing. He's even got kind of leaves and stuff growing out of him, roots, stuff like that. Let's see if we can pop this hand off. Let's see what all the fuss is about here. Pops in very easily, just like a hand, but very heavy. Yeah, I see it already. So you can use this as a hand for him, but you might have to just angle it the right way because I think it's going to bowl him over. It's going to hold him and knock him over. Maybe it's one of those things you put it kind of as a tripod for him. Maybe that's the way you do it. I don't know. I don't know what to think here. The verdict's still out. This is actually one that I'm going to have to probably sleep on. You guys know I like to give my first impression in these reviews. I open it up and everything's first impression. I'm not really sure what to think here. Like I said, I was very excited about this one. I would have liked to seen it to be flocked, real fur. I know some people like that, some don't. I guess it depends on your preference. I would have preferred that. My first impression, the head is a little bit small. I don't know. I mean, it feels it's supposed to be an ultimate, which is supposed to be the ultimate Moss Man. It does feel not cheap, but not super fancy. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a fancy Ultimate Edition like you get from a Super 7 or some of the more deluxe figures out there. But once again, you're playing at a $20 price point. You're not going to get those kind of prices. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save 10%, and he does. So that could help some of these figures. We've had some issues with some of the figures like Skelegod, for example, with the weak ankles. Doesn't seem to be a case of weak ankles on this one. He's pretty tight on the joints and everything else. This big hand here, which I'm going to get rid of that. That one is a little bit movable just because it's so heavy and it weighs the figure down. You basically got to put this in a tripod like he's shooting this into the ground. That's what you're going to have to do with him. The articulation is limited a little bit at the shoulders, where if you're trying to go up and down, he's got these little roots and tree branches here that does get a little bit in the way. Not terrible, but you kind of got to separate it and pull out and up at the same time. Paint applications look very strong on this one. I don't see any issues outside of a little scratching on the elbow, but it seems to be more of a plastic problem than a paint problem. So I can kind of let that slide. Nothing's ever perfect, it seems. But not bad, not immediate knocking me out of my socks. I guess that's what I'm going to say. I think this could grow on me, but it's not one that's going to say, this is my figure of the year. I can't believe how amazing this figure is. It's all right. It depends. Are you a He-Man fan? How big of a He-Man fan are you? How big of a Revelations fan are you? We could watch the show. That might change a lot of things. Say, oh, Mossman was awesome in that. He looks just like this. You fall in love with the character, then you start liking the figure a lot more. But it's all right. I do got the Masters of the Universe Classics edition of Mossman here. This one does have the flocked, I want to say real fur, but I guess it's supposed to be real moss. But this is a very solid figure, of course. I do like this one a lot. This one does kind of have a pine scent to it. This one doesn't, as far as I can smell. I'm not the best smeller out there, but I don't smell anything with here. They didn't put anything into the plastic, or they didn't spray him with something on the way out. But you can definitely see, I'll take him off the stand. He doesn't really need a stand because of his big toes. I think those are toes. But you can see kind of the height difference here. I mean, the new ones are definitely a little bit taller. These are basically in between in Origins. You'd have Origins or the originals, the Origins, the Classics, and then now you got the new Revelations. Ultimates, I guess, would be height size. So I don't know. I mean, if I had to choose, gun to my head, I'd take the real fur Mossman all day long. But you're paying a different price point. This is an older figure. You guys know how some of that stuff works. I don't know. It didn't bowl me over, but I don't hate the thing either. So somewhere in the middle, we'll see. Maybe you ask me a month from now when I have some more time with these. I put them on display. I watch the cartoon. I might have a change of opinion, but we'll see. As of right now, I'm okay with it. I feel like it justifies the $20 price point purchase. If you're a He-Man fan, I think for $20 you can't go wrong. Is this going to be my figure of the year? Probably not, but hey, we'll see. Give it some time. But what say you? Have you picked up any of these Masters of the Universe Revelations figures yet? Have you got Mossman? If so, let me know your opinion. Let me know your thoughts. I know there's some people that are all in. There's a lot of He-Man fans that are 100% out on this and the new cartoon. I'm going to give everything a chance. I like to see it with my own eyes, make my own decision. I'm not going to boycott the show just quite yet. I got to watch it and see if I like it. Maybe it's something I'll be into. We'll find out together here in just a couple of days. But give me your comments on this. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be back. We're going to unbox Skeletor. We're going to unbox He-Man. And we're going to unbox Evil Lyn. And the last video, whichever that one is, I'm going to put them in order of my favorite to least favorite as far as the wave so far. So be ready for that here later this week, as I'll be pumping out one of these each day this week, starting with my boy Mossman. And then don't forget to follow me on social media, on Twitter at SirPaul64, Instagram _Kyle_Peterson, and of course Pro Wrestling Tees, search Kyle Peterson. So there it is for old Mossman. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.